You were not born obedient. You were trained. Sit still. Be quiet. Raise your hand. Wait for permission. At first, these were only rules, but after enough years, the rules moved inside you. And one day, no one had to command you anymore. You learned to stop yourself. Permission became the first language of your body. Permission to speak. Permission to move. Permission to question. Permission to leave. And slowly, the most natural thing in the world began to feel dangerous, acting before someone approves. This is how control becomes invisible. It stops standing in front of you. It starts living inside your hesitation. Then they taught you to chase rewards. Good grade, good behavior, good child, good worker, good citizen. Not because goodness was always the point, but because approval became the leash. You learned to measure yourself through signals from outside. A mark, a smile, a number, a title. And the inner voice became weaker. The mistake became something shameful. Not a step, not a lesson, a stain. A wrong answer could make the room turn toward you. A failed attempt could make you feel exposed. So you became careful, polite, reasonable, safe. And after a while, you called it your personality. But maybe it was not your personality. Maybe it was fear wearing good manners. The most efficient authority is not the one that watches you. It is the one you carry. The voice that says, do not risk it. Do not ask. Do not stand out. Do not disappoint them. And the strange part is this: the voice may sound like yours, but it was built from years of being corrected, measured, and approved. Obedience and discipline may look similar from the outside, but inside they are opposite forces. Obedience waits for a command. Discipline gives one. Obedience makes you useful to someone else. Discipline makes you trustworthy to yourself. One asks, what will they allow? The other asks, what must I do? That difference is where freedom begins. Then you grew up, but the classroom did not disappear. It changed clothes. The teacher became the manager. The bell became the alarm. The grade became the salary. The report card became the performance review. And the same old training continued under new names. Be punctual. Be agreeable. Be productive. Do not make trouble. Do not ask why the room is built this way. They did not only teach you to fear authority. They taught you to fear the group, the look, the laugh, the silence after you say what you really think. So you learned to edit yourself before anyone else could reject you. You called it maturity. You called it being realistic. But often, it was only the fear of being excluded. Safety is not the enemy, but a life built only around safety becomes a cage. Do not risk. Do not change. Do not leave. Do not try. Do not speak too loudly. Do not become too different. And then one day, you wake up inside a life that feels stable, but not alive. Nothing terrible happened. That is the terrifying part. Nothing happened at all. The obedient self rarely feels weak. It feels reasonable. It says, this is not the right time. You need more proof. You are not ready. People like you do not do things like that. And because the voice sounds calm, you believe it. But many prisons do not sound like fear. They sound like common sense. Obedience has a cost. It does not always destroy you dramatically. It shrinks you quietly. A dream becomes unrealistic. A question becomes not worth asking. A desire becomes too late now. A life becomes smaller, more acceptable, easier to explain. And everyone may call you responsible. But deep down, you know, something in you stopped growing. The first rebellion is not loud. It is not dramatic. It is not a crowd in the street. Sometimes it is one private decision, one honest sentence, one small refusal, one step taken before anyone gives approval. The moment you act from your own center, the training weakens. Not completely, not forever, but enough for you to notice there is still someone inside you. Freedom is not doing whatever you feel. That is only another kind of slavery. Freedom is self-command, the ability to move when fear asks you to freeze, to speak when shame asks you to disappear, to choose what is right before comfort gives permission. A free person is not uncontrolled. A free person is governed from within. When you stop obeying, some people will not understand. They may call you difficult, selfish, changed, unrealistic. But disapproval is not death. It only feels that way when you were trained to survive through acceptance. The moment you can disappoint someone and still remain honest, a chain breaks, not outside, inside. Your real voice does not return as a shout. It returns quietly. In the space where you stop asking for permission. In the silence after you refuse to explain yourself to everyone. In the small decisions that finally belong to you. And at first, that voice may feel unfamiliar. Not because it is new, because you have not listened to it in years. They did not need chains. They taught you to wait, to doubt yourself, to fear mistakes, to need approval before movement. And then they called it normal. But the training can be broken. Every time you act without permission from fear. Every time you choose truth over approval. Every time you stop asking the world who you are allowed to become. So ask yourself, are you free or only well trained?